Howdy, my name's Elliot, and let's talk about pants. So, I want to list 3 reasons why I think we should all be wearing women's pants. Number 1, women's pants are cheaper. Number 2, women's pants are way more interesting and cut in better shapes, better fabrics, a wider range of styles, are way more interesting, have way more patterns and colors and textures than men's pants. And also, gendered clothes in general are a complete myth. Okay, let's hop into this B-roll. So I'm going to be modeling in this B-roll all of my 13 pairs of women's pants that I own. Yeah, it's excessive. Yes, this is more women's pants than women might own, but yeah, I just really like them. So here it goes. So regarding the price portion of this video, I'm going to be listing the brand, fabric, size, and price that I paid for each of these pairs of pants, and also where I got them from. So I want to start by saying that every single one of these pants was purchased secondhand in some regard. I'll dive way deeper into this another time, but secondhand clothing is basically the only thing I buy anymore, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Designer women's pants in general are so much cheaper secondhand or thrifted than men's pants, obviously.
It's a panoramic.
Right now, so I don't have the ability to go to physical thrift stores, but what I can do is browse online while I keep my camera off on Zoom classes and reward myself after I even think about writing a cover letter for a job that's going to deny me after not reading it 3 weeks later. I know money is also a delicate subject, but all I've ever wanted is, people online to be transparent about what they pay, especially for designer items. And I love designer clothes, but I understand that they are far from accessible for the majority of people. And when I was in high school, I couldn't even dream of owning some of these things. But maybe the only thing I love more than clothes at this point is a goddamn deal. You'd probably be hard-pressed to find a new designer deal for more than 85% off, realistically, but on the secondhand market, it's just so much easier. So you'll see on a few of these pairs that I was actually able to find more than 95% off the retail price on these items. Now, I grailed like Marlin scoured the eastern coast of Australia looking for some sick men's pants bargains. Sadly, nothing compares in my experience, and I was met with endless pairs of cargo pants, Carhartt double knees, and things that were 10 times out of my price range. Alright, I'm guessing you've been able to tell from just a few of these pairs that I'm a hoe for a flare, and yeah, you're right. But honestly, I think women's pants have for a longer time in history been cut and decorated far more interestingly than men's pants, especially in this same price range. I mean, look at this stuff. We have this burgundy velour pants from Roberto Cavalli. Right now, these silky blue pants from Lanvin. Upcoming, we'll have some beaded flared pants from Moschino, super wide-legged business pants from Celine by Michael Kors, and horse riding leather details on a vintage 70s Gucci pair. I absolutely love the flowy yet sophisticated look that some of these pants give. That was not very sophisticated though. And I started this whole journey over the summer when I was determined to find some flare pants in order to be my best 70s self in the mirror and mold myself into Eddie Sliman's dream. I looked forever to find a pair of men's flares that weren't outrageously expensive, and it just never happened until I stumbled across some women's flared pants in the men's section. Blasphemous, I know. And I didn't actually get that pair of flared denim, but it got me seriously thinking, who the heck is going to know if I'm wearing some women's pants if they fit, or women's just clothes in general. So I went to eBay, where I knew I could try cheaply this theory. That joke was supposed to land in my script, but it turns out the timing for this video was off and my theory pants are at the end. So yeah, anyway, I found that pair after maybe 10 minutes of searching. I put in a decent offer, and before I knew it, I was on my way to another shopping addiction. I'm going to pause for a second because we have here my greatest example of why we should steal from the rich. This pair of Chloe pants is incredible, but also when I looked in the back pocket, it still had its original Neiman Marcus tag from 2002 for $1,055. So this person who owned these pants, while they are incredible, never wore them, or washed them, I should say, in 18 years and left the tag in the back pocket before they gave them away to TheRealReal. So, yeah, anyway. From then on, I just couldn't stop.
Women's flares and pants in general were just so cool, made out of some of the best material and from some of my favorite designers, and that I couldn't help but look at them for hours. Now, the biggest tip I can give you, and honestly this is hard for me to give away, is just shop TheRealReal for women's pants. If you sign up, you get a $25 site credit, and sometimes they send your email a $30 credit just for fun. The size and measurement info that they give out is invaluable. As a guy, I need a reasonable rise to my pants in order to, well, fit. And obviously I have my normal waist and desired inseam measurements to look at as well for the cut or the crop that I'm looking for as well. So I trusted those numbers and I went headfirst into the search, and I came out maybe 6 months later with these 13 pairs. Now every pant or pair of pants is as successful as the last. For instance, I need to take in the length on my first pair of purple Jil Sander pants, and I might be selling at the very end these True Religion low-rise ones, but for the most part I have found nothing but excitement and incredible silhouettes from my time in the women's section. Now the last point I want to make, and honestly the most important, is that gender norms can f*** off. We as a species have classified clothing into two categories, those made for women and those made for men. We don't even need to get started on how the industry can't even do their job and consistently make a pair of jeans that fit women, or how they purposely don't put pockets in women's pants so that they can sell more purses, but I guess it's for another day. And I have every privilege in the world, so I understand that's not a real risk, and I am not really trailblazing either by wearing women's pants or clothing outside. But I think that we need to recognize that fashion is nothing but our easiest form of self-expression in everyday art on the streets, at our jobs, at restaurants, in our homes, and wherever we want to go, and it has no place being pigeonholed into categories that exclude anyone. I'm excited by the progress that's being made by a few designers and by the industry in general by removing these pointless labels from garments and making flattering clothing for every body type and human being.
And for my last point, I want everyone to know that if it fits, and if it feels good, then it feels good, and we all want you to wear it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Have fun, watching the rest of this B-roll with some uncopyrighted music in the background. Hopefully it's uncopyrighted. And yeah, thanks for watching.